Beautiful. Tate, that reception looked incredible, man. I know you've been through Fiji a few times, but there's nothing quite like a home game in Fiji, hey?
Yeah, incredibly special, and they do a terrific job every time we come over here of welcoming us. They sing us songs. It's a really special, I guess, opportunity for anyone that gets to play in Fiji. So particularly for our group, a couple of boys over in Fiji for the first time at a beautiful beach resort. It's pretty class. It doesn't get much better than this. So we've got a big training day today, though. So we're back to reality a little bit. But, it's awesome to be over here and, I guess, be immersed in their culture.
You've got that strong Fijian connection as well with plenty of boys with family ties. What does it mean to the playing group and those boys in particular?
Yeah, incredibly special. I mean, guys like Penny have obviously played for Fiji. And then you've got guys like Sully, Seru, those kind of guys which will have, family at the game. They know resort staff, that kind of stuff. So it's, obviously a very special occasion for them. Those boys got to experience what it was like last year at Suva, and we'll be back there later on in the week. But, they got massive smiles on their face, and it's good to see them, back home so happy.
Have they got mates working at the hotel there, Tate?
Oh, it's hard. They're all friendly, mate. I'm just assuming. But, mate, they're loving it over here.
Just on Sully, while you mentioned him, like he's had to take a back seat to Timmy the last few weeks, but it's a big chance for him to sort of get back in the saddle, back at home as well. Like, what do you, I guess, just talk about the opportunity for him and how he's handled having to sit and watch Timmy blitz it for the last month?
Yeah, obviously Sully gets an opportunity, which is awesome for Sul. He's probably been down on a little bit of confidence lately. So for him to regain that, because he was playing great footy for us, and he's had really good patches throughout the year. So for him to be back over here, in front of a pretty friendly crowd for him, and just to regain that kind of form he had is going to be awesome, and it's going to be big for us as a side. Obviously, Timmy's been playing terrific footy, but his opportunity comes off the bench, so it's another good opportunity for him as a player to develop on the trajectory that he's on. So, but for Sully, I can't wait to see what he can provide for us. Obviously, he's a threat with ball in hand, and he's going to be very important come Saturday for us.
What do you reckon changed there? Because he was, like you say, he's pretty involved and then had a bit of a quiet run. Like, what do you put that down to, that lack of confidence? Is there anything that you could pinpoint?
Nothing really jumps out, to be honest. But what we can do is we can get him involved early in the game. When we see Sully having his best games, he's obviously got ball in hand, and we just need to find a way to get him into the game early. Once he's settled into the game, then he plays his best footy. But probably on us playmakers, that's our opportunity to get Sully into the game.
Yep. Big game in terms of the top four. I guess it's pretty much a must-win if you want to finish in the top half there for a home final. And I guess it's a great test of the smarts and versatility of the team to be able to find a way to win over there. Can you just talk about the significance of that and what's ahead of you on the weekend, the task?
Yeah, it's obviously a bit of a graveyard for travelling teams, and they're a terrific side in front of their home fans, very vocal crowd. So for us, it's about finding that way to win. We've got to be smart. We've got to make sure we do the little things well, and we've got to make sure our effort areas are there. So, it's obviously going to be a huge challenge. The only team that have come over here and won this year is the Canes, I believe. So you can take what you will out of that game. But what we know and what we've seen from their press as well is that they're really disappointed after their last game against the Western Force. So they're going to be out to put in a good performance. I believe it's their last home game here. It's going to be a huge occasion for them and a massive occasion for us because, as you said, there's going to be a couple of boys getting opportunities, and it's going to be a big kind of test of our team really before we enter to the pointy end of the season.
How do you take the crowd and emotion out of that kind of atmosphere, Tate? Like, obviously, last home game, it's always like that 16th player they talk about on the field. Are there things that the team can do to try and negate that emotion? Does it become process-driven around what just goes on the field?
Yeah, I think there's probably two things. You got to embrace it. You can't go out there trying to silence them because you're never going to be able to do that. So you embrace it. And then the second thing for me is just around probably a leadership point of view is we've got to connect more. So because it is so loud, players have got to run in, they've got to listen to the calls. We've got to make sure we're all aligned and on the same page so that we can play a game plan that we want to deliver. So that'd be the two things for me, mate. It's obviously pretty special. The crowds are very different to back home, but it's a great experience for everyone playing.
Sweet, mate. I'm happy with that.
Perfect.
Just a couple of quick ones on other inclusions from me, Tate. Floyd starting debut. It's a pretty good news story for a young Queensland junior coming through. What does he bring in that starting role? What has he impressed you with over the season?
Yeah, a lot of energy, Floydie, and that's all we'll need from him, really. He plays his best footy when he's on his toes, when he's buzzing around, and you've seen from the club rugby scene how well he's played for Jeeps when he's playing like that. So we want him to be free. We're not going to put any restraints on him, and we want him to play, his brand of footy, which is electric. So really excited to see what Floydie brings to that jersey.
And JB, I know it's been touched on during the week, but great chance for him to step up to Big H and a new 8-9 combo for you to work on as well.
Yeah, and the beauty about JB is his versatility. So obviously he's filled in a number of spots across the back row and, gets his opportunity, unfortunately, with Harry falling down at 8. But he's played a lot of good footy at 8, so he's comfortable there, and we back him to do the job.